at midnight 12 o'clock. It's almost dark, just meager lights here and there. You're walking on a lone road where suddenly you're hearing a furious barking noise, and you just turn back and see there is a dog which is really furiously looking at you. Now, what do? What happens to you? Right? This situation maybe brings little bit smile now for us when we imagine, but at that moment, the process that happens in our body, in our brain, it's called amygdala hijack. Right? This is a technical term which is coined by Goldman in his book called Emotional Intelligence. Right? What has happened? So when a life-threatening situation happens where there is a decision to be made either to fight or to flight, right? This amygdala is the hormone that secretes, and then it completely takes over your neocortex portion of your brain, which is what is actually otherwise does a lot of things for in your body. So it completely fills it with a moment of stress, complete stress. This could happen rarely, the situation that I mentioned, but things like getting a stinking email from a client, or a difficult situation or an argument with the boss could create similar amygdala hijack for you, where it, like a hangover, it stays there for more than 3-4 hours for you. And there is also the adrenaline and cortisol secretion for more than 3-4 hours, where you feel extended time of stress with overwhelm or upset or angry feelings. So how do we become mindful and heal this stress early so that we don't become stressful for a longer period, which creates more and more anxiety, which causes a continuous, stress. So where anxiety as such is not bad. Anxiety helps us, motivates us. For example, when we know the timetable for the exam, we become very motivated to start preparing, right? That's a good anxiety. But when it becomes more, when it becomes extended, right, then we tend to lose on our mindfulness and do things. It could even spoil a relationship. It could even, carry on with taking a wrong decision or anything else. So to avoid that, what we could do, right? So what happens, I told you, right, the amygdala hijack happens where the neocortex, which is the frontal portion of your brain, which usually does all the, sensory perception, which is through all the senses that the inputs go in, and then it does the thinking, the reasoning. Mainly these are the aspects which are totally taken over, and all you are focusing on is to fight or flight, right? To stay there or fight or just escape. So from that situation, you become logical and rational. Then your neocortex has to start working. So for that, what you could do, if you're a little bit angry, you could count for 10, because counting 1 to 10 makes it very easy for the neocortex to come into action. If you're very angry, probably you could count to 100. Same way, you could take some deep breaths. That activates the neocortex in a very good way. There are researchers which has told that when people have gone through really good healing practice of meditation and these mindful practices, the amygdala sensory place itself, the actual brain portion itself, the structure changes physically through MRI scans and other diagnostic ways. So see the power of using these techniques that are mindful, which you could always apply and come out of these stressful situations. So remember to count and keep yourself calm and composed, and also take deep breaths and become cool. See you.